I didn't even watch the game, man. Who won?
Which one? Which game? The Lakers getting ass beat right now. I'm loving it.
You said the Knicks were playing.
My team lost, but you know, it's I'm enjoying this Lakers ass beating right now. Even with LeBron, they getting their ass kicked because they're no good.
That's funny.
Lousy ass team. The lousy Cali teams y'all got.
That's funny. But that's what happened when niggas be bandwagon and shit. I mean,
Right? Niggas got like 8 teams out there. None of them can go fucking win.
oh boy. So let's. Brian McKnight is in the news. He's
What he
not
do?
owning. Well, he's always in the news these days for his kid issues. So he's talking about
Oh boy.
he don't want to claim his black kids. Now,
What? Does he have white ones?
yeah, I think it's yeah.
Wow.
Damn, back at one, huh, Brian?
Hmm. Back at none. Back at none. That's a sequel.
Right. Megan Thee
Wow.
Stallion's caught up in a lawsuit.
For what?
Pretty much, pretty much the same shit. Allegedly, let me say allegedly the same shit that Lizzo was doing.
What? What was she
Allegedly,
doing?
sexually harassing her
Oh, I
employees.
heard about that with the guy. The guy said. So is the guy filing the lawsuit?
Pretty much, yeah. He's filing a lawsuit with her and I think the Rock Nation.
Who does
And I
that?
think
He has to be
and then
filing for money.
Megan is countersuing and shit.
He has to be filing for money because if you're a straight guy, what straight guy would be offended by two women making out? I don't get that.
What straight guy would be offended by Megan Thee Stallion twerking?
Exactly. So he has to be doing that for the money.
Shit, if Megan was twerking on me and shit, man, I was like, where's my fucking raise ass shit? Alright, what else? What else? I'm gonna start in about 5 more minutes. I don't give a fuck about. I'm tired of that Drake AI boy. I'm tired of Drake.
Who cares? I ain't listening to none of that shit. I could care less. And why
Hold
why are
up,
you listening to it?
Bon Jovi has a biopic. Hold
I think
up.
it's coming out. It's coming out.
Oh, it's a documentary. I saw the Bon
They,
Jovi story. I
they're
was
giving
like,
mad niggas. Yo, Duran just came out with a documentary on Netflix. They're
I've
giving
never
mad
been a
niggas.
big.
It's like, yo, all you need is like 20 years in the game to have your own documentary.
All you need
They're
is
giving
5 years.
everybody one. Huh?
All you need is 5 years these days.
They're giving anybody one at this point.
Oh damn, they splitting this in episode. Okay. I mean, I've never really been the biggest Bon Jovi fan, but I might check it out.
Yeah, I like some of his songs.
Yeah, like that Slippery When Wet album and the joint from 1992 on my
Classic,
favorite. Yeah,
classic.
that's an album we should talk about one day.
Living on a prayer, wanted dead or alive. Come on, this nigga talking
I'm a
about Drake. Who gives a fuck?
cowboy. I'm
Listen to some real
wanted,
music. Put down the Drake shit, nigga.
wanted, dead or alive. Come on, man. What you mean?
Classic.
We talking about D.O. motherfucking C. I don't want to hear about Drake. I don't want to hear about AI. I don't want to hear about none of that fucking shit. We talked about that shit already, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, that
If
shit
they
is
want
old
to sue,
news.
if they want to sue Drake, sue the fuck out of Drake.
Exactly.
I don't
That's what you get
give a
for
fuck.
using a legend. That's what you get. I don't feel sorry for the nigga.
I think Elvis Presley's estate's gonna sue Drake too, from what I heard.
He used Elvis shit too.
That's what I read about that shit, but
That just go to show you that he don't write his own shit. The fact that he gotta use AI from other people should already tell people shit.
right.
Kendrick ain't doing none of that.
What else is going on? By the way, did you see the Shay Shay interview with Amanda Seals yesterday?
Nah, I heard she called out Issa Rae.
Yeah, she called out a lot of people. She was mostly calling
Wow.
out her.
She said she's autistic or some shit.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not gonna hold you. I've always
Mm.
fucked with the man.
Why did she
I've
stop
always
rapping?
because she does everything else like actress, writing,
Oh,
producing. But it's like this is my thing. If motherfuckers can accept Candace Owens, they can accept Amanda Seals. That's what I'm saying.
exactly, exactly.
'Cause I have nothing against Candace Owens either. Because some of the shit I agree with her on some shit, but
Mhm.
some other shit I'm just like, okay, baby, all right, baby,
Right.
you're not in the cookout yet. Just calm down.
Oh
Well,
shit.
I'm just saying, cause I see Candace Owens in the Breakfast Club, but then these motherfuckers give Candace Owens a donkey of the day and shit.
Right. That
I'm
part.
just saying, see, that's that fucking fake shit.
That part.
Like that's.
And why did they bring back Envy? I thought he was like kicked off with it.
But I stopped listening to Breakfast Club like 4 years ago. To be
That
real.
nigga did like some scam with his friend. They got rid of him and then they brought him back. For what?
Right. But Angela Yee got still kicked out. Okay. All right.
Right.
All right.
I think she left though.
I heard she kicked out. She got
Oh, she
kicked
got
out.
kicked off. Oh,
Either or. I heard different stories.
I never liked her. She gossiped too much.
They all do.
When you can sit up there, yo, I remember that one episode when Keisha Cole was up there. Was it Keisha Cole? Or it was K Michelle was up there and she asked K Michelle dead in her face like rumors about oh I heard your pussy stink or some shit. You ever seen that one?
Oh, I saw. I remember. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, yo, K Michelle should have slapped her. Like if it come down to you, why you worried about another woman's puss?
That's sus.
You know what I mean? I don't like nosy bitches like that.
Same. Yeah, man. And yeah, man. There's something else I was gonna say too. Some other crazy shit. They came out with season 2 of that show, Them, which I Black Trauma. That's all I gotta say. Black Trauma.
Is it horror?
You never seen
No, I never
Them?
seen it. No.
The shit at prom with that black family moving to the suburbs?
I just saw
Man,
the trailer
I don't
with
even know
Luke
what to think of
James.
this shit. It's
Luke James
like
is on the new season, right?
shit. I guess I just saw the trailer
Yeah,
like
I
two
saw
days
the I
ago.
saw the new trailer, but I never watched that. That shit don't look like stuff I would watch, yo. If it ain't no horror, I ain't watching it.
Yeah, I'm not recommending it. It's like Black Trauma, just for
Yeah,
the fuck of it. That's what white people love and shit.
right.
But I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
Coming straight to you live, coming from motherfucking Raleigh, North Carolina. This is your boy Reg in the building, smooth motherfucker, Reg Review, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And then coming from you in Brooklyn, right?
Yes,
All
Brooklyn,
right,
New
coming
York.
from this Brooklyn, BK got my homeboy trying to build in the Knicks
Yes,
enthusiastic, the shit talker.
it's good.
Yes, how you doing?
Good man.
Hope y'all love that intro I just did. Try to spice some shit up.
Yeah, do more like that.
Yeah. So we're gonna do the album anniversaries. I actually found an album anniversary, a good
Mm,
album and shit like that. Oh,
yes.
on April 25th of 1995, this album came out.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Mob
29
Deep,
years.
the infamous, the second
Let's go.
album, not their first, not
Let's
their
go.
first, their
They
second
first to
album.
me. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Juvenile Hell was a dope album. I like
It
Juvenile Hell.
was alright.
I like
You like it.
it
You
was
like
it,
everything. You
it
would
was
like
way
the
better than
the, the
it was way
wackest
better than the
Mobb Deep
bomb.
album.
It was way better than the bomb.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, it
What?
was. Yes, it
Nah.
was. Yes, it
Fuck
was.
no.
Yes,
Nope.
it was. Yes, it
Nope.
was. Come on,
You
stop,
like the
stop.
wackest Mobb Deep album.
No, actually, no, 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 no. The wackest Mob Deep album was America's Nightmare. Let's stop right there.
Fuck no.
Yes, it was.
Nah. That 2014 one was garbage. I ain't like that one.
Mm, they saved
Take
themselves
'em.
with the unreleased infamous track. That's all I'm
This
gonna
shit, all
say.
they needed was to release the unreleased joints. Like, forget the other shit.
But anyway, so the infamous, yes. A lot of people have said this might be the best sophomore album in hip hop history. Well, Either that or the score from the Fugees. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who you ask. This was known for singles such as "Shook Ones Part 2," "Survival of the Fittest," "Temperatures Rising," "Give Up the Goods." Okay, we already getting off to a good start. So pretty much after the release of Juvenile Hell, you know what I'm saying, they kind of wanted a more creative control, to be honest with this. So they left Fourth and Broadway. Well, actually, they got dropped from their label because of the commercial failure of Juvenile Hell. You know what I'm saying? And then they signed to RCA. Excuse me, they signed to Loud Records, where they had a deal with BMG, RCA, and Loud and stuff like that too. And they were under the mentorship of Q-Tip. You know what I'm saying? Because Q-Tip and Havoc were really cool and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so this album came out at a time when Queensbridge hip hop was really entering its next stage, especially with the release of Illmatic by Nas and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? And I love this fucking album. I have to say this might be my second favorite Mobb Deep album because my first is going to be Hell on Earth. That's always going to be. I love this album, but Hell on Earth, man, that's an album right there. That's all I'm going to say. But
Mhm.
this album, I mean, I'm going to mention the singles last because we already know about the singles like Party
Yeah.
Over with Big Boyd.
Mhm.
Come on, Life, Up North Trip.
Mhm.
Hell, the first track alone, start off your ending, 41st side. Come
Right.
on. Every time I hear that piano like dun, 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 that is so fucking ill. That has to be one of Havoc's really best beats and
Yeah.
stuff like that too. And you know what I'm saying? Q-Tip also did some work on this album too. You know, he helped co-produce "Temperatures Rising" and "Drink Away the Pain." A little trivia though, I think it was Prodigy that said he didn't really care for Q-Tip's verse on "Drink Away the Pain" because he felt
Really.
like it didn't really fit the song and
Right.
whatnot. Which I'm not gonna hold you. His verse was I like Tip's verse, but I can see kind of what he was talking about and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But the singles alone, "Shook Ones Part 2," I think that's like everyone knows that beat. Every
Mhm.
rapper freestyle over that beat. Eight
Mhm.
Mile really made that really took that beat to another. I'm not gonna say made that beat famous. I'm not gonna say that though. But Temperatures Rising, probably one of my
Yeah.
favorite Mob Deep songs ever.
Mhm.
Survival of the Fittest. You know what I'm saying? This album is a hip hop classic. If you are a quote unquote hip hop head and you don't have this motherfucking album, but you have two Drake albums, I don't even know what the fuck to tell you.
Or you got Bow Wow and Two Chains.
Hey, two Chains, he has some good shit.
Fuck
Based
him.
on a true story. Based on a true story,
There's
I
only
like
one album I liked with him, and that was Wheezy because of Wheezy.
oh Collard Grove. Oh nigga.
Yes,
That was my nigga.
that
I
was
love
dope.
that.
That was dope. And he need to stick to doing shit with Wheezy then.
Well, what you think of well I already know
Classic.
you
Top 10, top 5 all time. It will always be my favorite Mobb Deep album. And just when you think that it was all about Nas, Mob comes out a year later with this, and oh my God, this was everywhere. Every record they played, the DJs were playing on the radio. Every song could have been a single, and I love the Q-Tip verse. And remember, he is the abstract. I don't think he was going to jump on a Mobb Deep song and talk about drinking away the pain. And I loved his verse. It stood out, and having Lost Professor, help with the drum programming and all that. That was great. You know, it was just a time when they were all repping QB and coming out of that hood, and they gave us the best music. CNN gave us the War Report right after, and Cormega, and it was great, man. Great times. There will never be another Mob Deep, And I was fortunate enough to see them in concert. Rest in peace, Prodigy, and they were great, man. This is an iconic album, and this is one of those albums that you can play every day and never get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those rare albums that will always live forever. It's timeless music, and no artist in this era will ever duplicate what they did with that. the whole album. Drink Away the Pain and Survival of the Fittest, and the remix, the Dilla joint, the Dilla mix for that was great. You know, the Temperatures Rising, the other mix for that was fire. Shook Ones is like a gritty, thugged out record, a grimy record, and they played that in the clubs like it was a party record, and that wasn't happening before. You didn't have like a grimy street record like that was being played in the clubs, and you know, um, Trife Life was another great one for me, and Up North Trip was on the Don't Be a Menace soundtrack. That was great. Every record on there is iconic. Even the album cover, there's them that whole pose with them, their faces on the front, and in the back cover they got the whole crew, Infamous Mob, on the rooftop, and they wearing the Timbs and the army fatigue. Is just a great time.
I agree. Yeah, man, definitely. So, the album that we're going to talk about, this has been a long awaited review, in my opinion. And I think both me and Try can actually agree with that when we say it's a long awaited review. And Try just stepped up right now 'cause I think he had to fix something with his camera, but it's going to be the D.O.C, the doc, with nobody, no one can do it better. This
Yeah,
album came out on August 1st, 1989, on Ruthless Records under Atlantic. This is actually his only solo album he did before his tragic accident. Stay tuned on that. And it came out with four singles, which was "It's Funky Enough," "The D.O.C. and the Doctor," "The Formula," and "Mind Blowing." It was produced by Dr. Dre. Easy E executive produced this album. Stay tuned on that. And guest appearances include NWA and Michelle A. Um, there's been so many tragedies in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The death of Tupac and Biggie, the death of Scott LaRock, Vanilla Ice's rise to fame, and one of the true tragedies I feel like it's not a death. It's not a death, but at the same time, it's just a what could have been is
right.
D.O.C. Rapper, songwriter. Mind you, this nigga was from Dallas, Texas,
Mhm.
rapping on West Coast beats
Right,
with an East Coast style. Think,
right.
think, think, think about that shit. This is a hybrid album. You
Yeah,
can call it a Southern hip hop album. You can call it a West Coast album. Hell, I've seen people say it's a pseudo East Coast record. It is one of those hip hop albums that transcends time, and I feel like it
right.
does not really get its true. It gets its respect. It got a 5 mic rating, but you said what?
No, no, I hear you.
Uh, well, if you talk about the West Coast classics like the Straight Outta Compton, Power, Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, Death Certificate, of course, the Chronic, which he wrote most of the Chronic too, most of the Chronic and Doggy Style. Do your history on this guy. Like we're going to have a history lesson tonight, but I'm over here dick riding. How did you get into the DOC?
I mean, I used to see the video for It's Funky Enough, and I used to see that all the time on like Rap City, and hearing about him, and being a fan of like Michelle when she dropped, and when NWA blew up. Ice Cube went solo, and for me, he was like up and coming on the West. You know what I'm saying? He had that West Coast sound, and you know, hearing about the I was in middle school when he had that crash, and hearing about it, and then like um seeing him recover after that, but he sounded different. I'm like, this is the same guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yo, like what happened to his voice? You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, it was just crazy, and you know, um, I know he had a major impact with Death Row, and especially with like the Chronic and Doggy Style, and I like the fact that Dre ain't forget about him. You know what I'm saying? Dre did do his album. It's like you can't forget about the dude because he had a life changing accident. And I like the fact that he didn't forget about his boy, and they included him, you know, in those iconic albums. Just making them, and you know, he definitely would have been bigger than what he should have been if it wasn't for the accident. And it's a shame. He's not, and the thing is, he's not even dead. Like he lived through that, but it was like we were watching somebody that got through a life changing accident, but they wasn't the same anymore. But um, he used that to his ability to help others when it came to like Snoop Dogg and Warren G and all that, and he could have went the other way. He could have been like, yo, fuck it, like why am I still here? You know what I'm saying? Like it could have been a tragic thing for him, and he used that tragedy for to better himself. And he's definitely a legend. And just Dre, just think about how many artists that Dre has done stuff for that was iconic. It's like everybody he worked with was iconic. He gave them iconic shit. If it was D.O.C. or Michelet, N.W.A., Snoop, Anderson Paak, 50 Cent, Eminem, like everybody he's worked with, he's made them stars, and I think D.O.C. definitely would have been a huge star if it wasn't for the accident. But even for the album he gave us, it was still great. And you know, he's a legend. Even if people don't salute him, we gonna salute him.
Exactly. All right, that's a dope story, bro. To me, I got into him, just from when I was just getting into NWA, and I was just going through Dre's discography as a producer, and I came across his album and stuff like that too. And I was like, okay, this came out in '89, and I was just listening to him, and then I was reading up about his story. I was just like, yo, man, this dude was a problem and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And okay. I always say this. I always say he was like the West Coast equivalent, and this is gonna sound very crazy. He was the West Coast equivalent to Big Daddy Kane. I always say
Oh,
that, and this is very bold, very bold. And the reason why I said it was because there's always been a stigmatism when it comes to certain New York hip hop heads how West Coast rappers weren't lyrical. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to come for West Coast. There's been plenty of West Coast rappers that I feel like are lyrical, like Dub C, of course, Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? What's my nigga name? King T, shit like that. Niggas like that. But the D.O.C. really was on a different platosphere, like multi-syllabic. Like his cadence could be up there with like Kane's and the Rakims and whatnot too. And mind you, D.O.C. wrote for other artists as well too. We all know he wrote for Dre, especially the Niggas for Life album. Come on, man. Like he probably gave Dre's best performance as a rapper in anything he's ever done and whatnot. And of course, the shit with the chronic as well too. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just kind of interesting to how it was like. if he would have never had that accident, if he would have never had that accident, his career would have been on a different level. It would, because I've heard the Helter Skelter album from '96, which uh, uh, we're gonna talk about that one day. I'm gonna talk about that one day. All I'm gonna say is his voice fits the production on that album. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna definitely give him his just due finally on Red Reviews on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So for those who don't know who the D.O.C is, he is a rapper coming from Dallas, Texas, West Dallas to be exact. Um, he actually got his start as a teenager. He was a member of the Filla Fresh crew. You know what I'm saying? And he was known as Doc T. And the Filla Fresh crew consists of Doc T, Fresh K, and Dr. Rock and stuff like that too. And Dr. Rock, he was affiliated with Dr. Dre because this was back when Dre was a DJ for the World Class Wrecking Crew. You know what I'm saying? You know when Easy E said that line, all of a sudden Dr. Dre is a G thing on his old album covers. He was a she thing and stuff like that. That's what he was referring to that shit. You know what I'm saying? So this led to the Filla Fresh crew getting a spot on the NWA and the Posse compilation album, which we're going to have to talk about that compilation one day. Just a little disclaimer though. Even though that came out in '87 and it has the name NWA and the Posse, that is not NWA's first album. A lot of people kind of get confused by that. You know what I'm saying? That's like a compilation when they were under that fucking label. What's that fucking label? Arsola, some shit like that. Marcola, yeah. So and then they dropped an EP called "The Toughest Man Alive" a year later, which I have to actually hear that. I never actually knew they actually dropped shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So then Doc T became more associated with NWA, especially like in the Ruthless Records and stuff like that. And that's when he changed his name from Doc T to the D.O.C. You know what I'm saying? And so Straight Outta Compton, the album came out '88, August 8th to be exact. Hip hop classic that shook the whole fucking world and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And D.O.C, he pretty much not only he contributed lyrics, excuse me, but he actually rapped on the opening verse of "Parental Discretion is Advised." One of my favorite songs that they've ever done on the album, and possibly one of my favorite NWA songs they've done. Period. And then also that same year, later on in '88, he also wrote for Easy Does It, the Easy Does It album. You know what I'm saying? And he also co-wrote for Michel'le's first self-titled album, which is another album we have to talk. I'm slipping on this Ruthless record. I gotta finish up this Ruthless record shit because damn, I realized and I said I was gonna review this shit. I said I was gonna review this shit, but shit happens. And I already know what you're thinking, Try, so shut up.
How did you know?
Anyway, you said what?
How did you know?
Hey, I know everything. Well, I don't know everything, but I know what I know. Um, so then, 89 happened. And before I actually talk about the album, let's talk about Dr. Dre for a minute. Let's talk about Dre for a minute. I always talk about Dr. Dre's production journey a lot on this channel. And I always split his production journey into three stages. And I say like the Straight Outta Compton, Easy Does It, that was his Marley Marl influenced Dre. Well, a lot of his shit was very Marley Marl, Seji influenced and whatnot too, you know what I'm saying? Which again, I fuck with those producers. And that's not saying that as a site. And then you have like 89 to like I would say 89 to 96, 97. This is why I call his zone era. And I would say albums like Chronic, Above the Laws, Living Like Hustlers, Doggy Style, shit like that. I would throw that in there. And is the album that really kickstarted that. This is where I really say, as a producer, he really stepped his game up. I feel like with each Ruthless album he did, he really stepped his game up and stuff. And I know people want to say, well, we don't know if Dre produced everything. We don't know that. Listen. I refuse to believe that anybody did work on the Chronic other than Dre. I refuse to believe that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I even believe. Did he have some help on Doggy Style? I believe certain tracks. Yes, I believe certain tracks he has some help on Doggy Style. But people want to say Dre didn't do the Chronic. I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe that. I'm like y'all. But then motherfuckers come out with this shit like years later. Like years later. So why wouldn't they coming out with this shit when this shit actually happened? But
Right.
I'm I'm gonna rest my case on that. You know what I'm saying? But that's not saying that as a diss. But I'm just speaking my fact because if I know someone didn't produce my shit and stuff like that, and they end up getting credit for that motherfucker, I'm like, nah, that nigga didn't do shit. That nigga didn't do
Right.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, because like I said, they didn't come out with this shit till years later, unless they motherfuckers had a gun in their motherfucking head and stuff like that, or they still got royalties and shit like that. I have to side eye that shit. Q said, yeah, I know Daz. He said Daz produced some shit. I don't believe Daz did some shit on the Chronic. Doggy Style, yeah, I think so. But yeah, man. But that's just another story for a different day because I know niggas gonna get mad and shit. But I don't give a fuck. Um, this is the album cover right here. You know what I'm saying? And even with this album cover, niggas might mistaken him as like an East Coast rapper because like he has like the fucking African medallion, which is actually a dope medallion by the way. And I know around that time, that was when hip hop was going through its little Afrocentric period, Native Tongues, Public Enemy, and the X Clans and shit like that too. But niggas in the West Coast, they were known for just wearing like the LA Raiders had shades and shit like that. But at the same time, he's from the South too. So it's like, again, you can just see his influence and shit like that too. Now, I've always loved this picture of D.O.C. I've always loved this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Um, Credits right here. This is why physical matters and shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all motherfuckers think if y'all stream some shit, y'all some musical experts and stuff like that too. But I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm talking a lot of shit tonight, try as you can see. Yeah, because like I said, when we talk about good albums like this and stuff like that, we really have to represent. We really have to show out and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because who else is gonna talk good shit like we do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But,
Everybody's busy with Drake.
right, talking about Drake and AI.
Exactly.
Hell, Chris Brown has the best diss track out right now. He's an R&B motherfucker. Let's
So,
talk about that shit.
but
Let's talk about
that's how bad it's been. Like that Chris Brown could have a diss song out and people's talking about it.
right, because I don't know what the fuck Quavo was fucking doing and shit.
Right.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck was you doing, Tribe?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Man, cause my homeboy, shout out to my homeboy Jay, man. He talking about that Quavo diss was off the chain. So I'm thinking
What?
that he's nigga did some. I'm thinking this nigga did some ether hit him up kind of shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, nigga, this shit.
Boy.
Oh man, but like I said, it's no shit against Jab, man. Jay, you my bro, but I have to say, nah, nigga. But let's talk about this shit, cause I'm tired of talking about this motherfucker. But anyway, track number one is Funky Enough. This is the first track off this album, and honestly, probably to a lot of people, this might be like his signature song and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It uses a very familiar sample, that Foster Silver's Misdemeanor sample, which everybody and their moms used that sample before. You know what I'm saying? I feel like D.O.C. used it the best. I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like every time I think of that Misdemeanor sample, I always think D.O.C. first. You know what I'm saying? But this song is fucking crazy. Like he's just already coming out the gate swinging and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? He I love the first verse, like one, and here comes the two to the three and four. Then I drop the beat and have in store. Lay dynamics on top like a rug, make it sound smooth like later make a dub. Enunciate well so that you can tell I am not illiterate, no, not even a little. I was like, yo, this after we word that motherfucking shit so many fucking times and shit. Like that fucking verse was ill, and it's crazy too because he was actually drunk as fuck when he did this song. And he had a Jamaican
Wow.
accent. He was drunk as fuck when he did this song and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this song is a hip hop classic. Do I like the fact that he's rapping it like he's from Jamaica? No, but lyrically, I'll accept it because I've heard worse motherfuckers try to rap like they from Jamaica, and
Oh boy.
yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah, man, yeah, it's on physical every motherfucking day.
Mm-mm. Fire. Classic record to start the album off. I love the beat. You know, SWV used this beat. Remember on Release Some Tension?
Oh god, oh they use every beat, they use every hip hop
Yeah,
song.
they used this. I don't know why they chose to
Oh
sing over,
jeez.
it, but um, they used it, and he did his thing on here. I am not illiterate, not even a little bit, nothing like an idiot. Get it? Fire. Just a classic record, just to start off the album.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So track number two, Mind Blowing. Another classic track right here, you know what I'm saying? You know, tracks like this just shows the dope chemistry that Dre had with him and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like his chemistry was just as good as like Snoop and Dre, Eminem and Dre too, and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope. This is like one of my favorite tracks on the album as well too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I love the line where he says, between what you need and what I mean by twist, now you gotta listen. Never a segment in negative, because I'm employing what you've been missing. So in total, this is one of many styles of an artist. Hard it may be, but not my heart. Ooh, man, fuck that accident. Guy, this is why you
Mhm.
shouldn't. This is why you shouldn't drink and drive. Though. This is why you shouldn't drink and drive and shit. But damn, man, come on, this track right, and then he used the Kumo D.O.C, the Doctor sample with the DJ. Come on, man, it's fire.
Mhm. Yeah, this is dope. Definitely a dope beat. Dope bass line on it.
Definitely. All right, track number three, "Lend Me an Ear." You know what I'm saying? As far as production goes, this definitely sounds like something I can see NWA on Straight Outta Compton. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? This definitely is another dope fire track right here. You know what I'm saying? D.O.C pretty much just gives some of his most dopest lyricism on this fucking album. And it kills me how songs like this don't get quoted when it comes to hip hop circles. But
Circle. Yeah.
hey, I guess if you're from the West Coast, you have to, be a gangster rapper for motherfuckers to know this. But I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Yeah. This is another dope album cut. I love the beat for this, and D.O.C killed it.
definitely. All right, track number we'll be at track number four is motherfucking Commercial Blues featuring Michelle. So this is like a skit. Well, not like a skit, but it's like an interlude slash song. Michelle doing her thing and stuff like that too. Even the interludes on this album is fire. That's again testament because we had some other album where motherfucker just said some stupid ass shit, or somebody's taking a shit on the interlude. But yo, that Michelle, man, another singer I wish would have had a longer run and
Hmm.
whatnot too. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely. She's a great singer. Still a great singer. Yeah, she basically like singing over this, and you got like some pianos playing in the background.
Right
Yeah.
now, track motherfucking five. My favorite song on this album, and possibly my favorite D.O.C. song. Period. Let the bass go. Oh, before I even get started, let me take a drink of water because my throat's dry as hell. Before I even get started, one of my top five Dr. Dre beats he's ever done. This right here don't even sound like it's from 1989. It sounds like maybe motherfucking 91, 92, that frame and shit. This beat was literally like 3 years ahead of its time, in my personal opinion. Second, uses a very dope Isaac Hayes sample. And I'm not even gonna say that Sam. I'm gonna let y'all find it because that's the sample I never really hear being sampled like that. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope. I know Tupac also used that same sample and shit like that for Soldier Story. I know he used that. With this track right here, he's just rapping over like of course a baseless beat, drop some very very dope lines. Like it's quite unorthodox but still bass and enough to make you dance. So I picked up the pace and let it ride like a cyclist and see it show in the end I'm a mightiest and that I'm lyrically inclined to make you want to step to my time, the beat and the cut to this rhyme. Oh my god, nigga. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this right here is my favorite track on this album.
Fire song. The beat, the bass line. You got Doc saying, if Flint ignites the flame, I mean, I burn like a lighter, but with a hip hop groove, cause I'm a rider. The hero of great, take a stand and we'll see beat in chronological order, starting with me. Love his rhymes on this. Um, Cormega also used this beat for the Violator album, the joint he did with Weezy.
Mm.
Yeah, it's called Who Can I Trust. Yeah, he did a joint on the Violator compilation back in 1999 with a Weezy, and they use this beat.
I gotta hear that joint.
Yeah, it was fire. And that's before Weezy. That was back when Weezy, when young Weezy, before the Carter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Damn. So yeah, I gotta definitely send me that track if you can. Though. I gotta hear it.
Okay.
All right. Now we at track number six, "Beautiful but Deadly." Another one of my favorite tracks on this album. This song, content wise, reminds me of the Ice-T song "This Girl's Trying to Kill Me" from the
Mhm.
Iceberg album. And the reason
Right.
why I say that because both songs use a rock influence. Both songs pretty much have like the same subject matter. With this song right here, he's talking about how he met this girl and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? Like she might be classy on the outside, but she's a freak in the inside and stuff like that
Mhm.
too. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And pretty much, um, shit. Pretty much, it's just like it's like a very dope storytelling kind of song and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? He uses a dope funkadelic sample and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the line where he says, "Breaking the law, making sure she's paid. Yo, you ought to know the girl you see at every concert. She's in the back with the tightest dress, looking the best. Know what I'm saying? You have to do it like my man Q. Tell the females that I ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? Nice NWA callback right there too. You know what I'm saying? And Easy E doing his thing on the fucking outro. You gotta love this track.
Yeah, this is dope. I like the rock guitars on it. The beat was fire. We talking about this the chick. So dope.
Definitely. All right. Next track is the D.O.C. and the Doctor. So pretty much this is kind of like his tribute to Dr. Dre and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So because you know how motherfuckers at that time love to do them DJ tracks and
Hmm.
stuff like that too. It's kind of like his shit, which he was still rhyming over it. You know what I'm saying? And this was one of the singles off this album as well too. This one was actually pretty good. I actually like this track right here. So yeah,
This was dope. Love the beat for this. You know, the D.O.C. saying, and I'll keep producing and inducing the rhythm with the style that makes you get loose and sweat. Cause I'm as good as you gotten yet. Some say they could handle. Wanna bet? Fire.
definitely a fire track right here. All right, track number 8. No one can do it better. The title track. You know what I'm saying? Another very dope track right here too. You know what I'm saying? Five. Actually, another one of my favorite tracks on this album. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a braggadocio kind of track. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he still does his best lyricism on the album. Love the beat from Dr. Dre on this one right here too. You know what I'm saying? So very dope. Love it.
Yes, I love the beat for this. Definitely a bang track, bass line for this. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a banging track indeed. All right. Next song we got is motherfucking whirlwind. Period. You know what I'm saying? Very dope track. Another dope track too, where he's just going in on the mic and stuff like that too. I mean, Dre is also good on the production. So yeah, this was another pretty hot track.
I like this beat too. This is definitely a dope one by Dre. I know D.O.C. killed it.
Yeah, he definitely did kill it. All right, track number 2, 10, commercial 2. This is like MC Ran, just like a quick shout out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Like the beat. Mm, nothing bad
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. This is like it was like a skit. You know, I like the beat though. I wish he could have rhymed on that one. You know,
Yes. Next track, the formula. Wow. Another one of my favorite tracks. This is actually my second favorite track on this album. You guys recognize that Marvin Gaye sample? You know what I'm saying? Classic song right there too. I feel like Scarface used that sample the best, my personal opinion. But this is a song I've heard a lot of people kind of go on say as being one of the first G Funk songs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely a solid argument because this track definitely has one of those. It definitely has like some of the characteristics of G Funk song, like the laid back instrumental. You know what I'm saying? And definitely love the way D.O.C. just. I love the way how D.O.C. always just starts off the track as soon as the beat just kicks in and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like high energy, flowing with the wisdom, sense of enrichment, knowledge, and the rhythm. This is what I'm using to come up with the style. So I'll interact all together better with. I was like, yo, man, this nigga is off the chain and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coogee. Motherfucker loves that fucking song as well too. You know what I'm saying? So classic. This is a hip hop classic.
yes. Love the beat for this. Doxing, originality is a must whenever I bust. The funky competition
Woo!
is crushed, and I trust that you know it when you hear a funky record with potential. Me getting hyped because Drake rocking the instrumental. Classic track.
Very dope track. Next track we got is Portrait of a Masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? This is just one long verse and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? Very dope track right here, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorites.
Yeah, this is dope. Love the beat for this. This is banging.
Definitely. And the last verse, one of the all-time greatest posse cuts in hip hop history. The grand finale. I'm just gonna say it's an NWA song. To be real with you, because technically DOC is part of NWA, whether you want to believe it or not. But hey, one of the greatest posse cuts that I don't hear no one give us just due to. You know what I'm saying? This pretty much just picks up definitely where parental discretion is advised left off. The first verse, you know, you had Ice Cube the first. You said what?
No, you should know.
Oh, yeah, the first verse in Q. You know what I'm saying? Very dope verse. That's actually probably my favorite verse on this album. And a little trivia about this song though. This was actually the last Ice Cube song that he did for NWA. And there was an interview that Cube did where he said he wrote his verse, laid it on a session, and he left the studio right after that. He pretty much just did this shit in one take. And pretty much he pretty yeah, and then yeah, so that's what happened with that shit. So yeah, Q he had a line where he said, "Hit up Ice Cube, tear shit up like the dude you can bet on, collide like a head on, collision stutter, stepping into a session of a nigga saying exactly what I vision." You know what I'm saying? Classic Q right there. Goddamn. Then of course he had MC Ren on the second verse. One of the most underrated lyricists of all the time. I don't give a damn what no one say. Um, he had a line where he says, "Representing the pimp while bitches make my dough." In a different stage, I must have went on a rampage. Me and the doc are always hitting the front page. For one, the villain is stepping up to the shelf. I mean, MC Ren, man, come on. Like, never get his just due. I don't give a damn what no one say. Then you had Easy E on the third verse. You know what I'm saying? Easy does what he does and shit like that too. And then Doc, D.O.C. just ends this shit off and whatnot too, you know, because he's the diggy Doc, and then he would have been down with Rock, but he was smart. The D.O. to the C, knowing the formula. It's rough. I mean, it's funky enough for me. I mean, come the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? This song right here, and if it wasn't for this song, you guys probably would not have the posse cut on the Belly soundtrack with DMX, Method Man, and Nas and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And Lil Jon also did a sequel to this song on the Crunk Juice album, classic album. I don't give a fuck what no one say, with Q and Nas. So fire track. My third favorite song on this album.
Yeah, this is fire, man. It's a good way to end the album off. The beat was fire, the horns on it, the bass line. Ice Cube to me had the best verse. And he said, motherfuckers I slaughter, blow 'em out the water. Word to me, fuck the father. Because I'm gone, you think I left you all, but I stain your ass like cholesterol. And I blast some solid ass Alcatraz. And if you escape, you better swim fast. Love this verse.
Yes.
Yeah. MC Ren did his thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. So unbelievable. The hip hop album recently we talked about where all the tracks are fire. This album is a hip hop classic. I don't give a damn what
Yeah.
nobody has to say. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what nobody has to say. This is one of the best hip hop albums of all time. Let's just talk about this album for a minute. It's a West Coast album, Southern rapper, East Coast style. I mean, it's an all around very dope album, and D.O.C. is just ripping it on the mic, ripping it on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like lyrically, this sounds like lyrically, he sounds like he could have it could have been motherfucking like 93, 94. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, he wrote pretty much the whole Chronic album and shit like that too. Imagine if he was doing nothing but a G thing. Imagine that shit. Like, but that's besides the point right there. You know what I'm saying? And as far as production goes from Dr. Dre, I feel like it's one of some of Dre's best work in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where he really stepped his game up, you know, as a producer and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give this a five mic masterpiece, hip hop classic.
That's just dope. Definitely like the production from Dre, the songs, the rhymes, you know, songs like Mind Blowing and It's Funky Enough, the Formula, Grand Finale, Five Mics.
Right. And he had a unreleased song called Bridget. That you can actually find that song on a Dr. Dre compilation album. I think it's called like
Mhm.
Been There, Done That '96. It wasn't on this album because of the sexual content from what I looked up and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that shit out. Very
Yeah.
dope review. This is the kind of show I want to do. Like this is the shit right here. You
You sure?
know?
Because you like talking about trash.
Hey. As a reviewer, I don't always talk about good shit. I can always talk about bad shit to spice it up with, you know. But
But
yeah, second round knockout. Thank you, Q. But yeah, but I do have some heat coming next week though. I think next week it's gonna be like mostly I got some surprises next week. That's what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I know Cindy Lauper is next week as well.
oh,
You said
that's dope.
yeah. This Sunday we're not gonna do the rock album, the final episode Sunday. We're gonna do the Erica Badu album and whatnot too. Because I actually got a rock album we're gonna talk about. Well, we're just gonna do the final episode there, and we're gonna kick off our next artist. Y'all ain't ready for this one. Technically, this is gonna be a re-review. Technically, it's gonna be a re-review, but y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for this one, right? Y'all ain't ready for this artist Sunday. I don't even think I'm ready for it. To be real with you.
Oh, boy.
But hold on. I gotta pull out the vinyl though. Hold up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I have to vinyl this and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Check you out.
You said what?
Check you out.
Why? Yeah, because
So you know it's special.
yeah, if I get a CD and a vinyl of a certain album, then you know it's special.
Oh yeah.
I think Thriller. I got the two vinyls, one CD and one cassette. I'm just like, okay, I think that's enough
I
for
got
this.
a full copy of Thriller because it's the best album ever. Four
I got the
copies of
OG.
it.
I got
Yep.
all OG copies and the
Yep.
reissue they came out with, I think
I
last
got
year.
a OG in the 25th anniversary. That joint. Yeah, man.
If I can get the 2001 reissue with a carousel, then my thriller is complete. The one with
Yeah.
Michael Jackson holding like a teddy bear or whatever and shit.
Not the teddy bear.
That's what I didn't understand why Tech Nine wanted to redo that album cover and shit. I'm like, that's probably that's why I don't like your music like that.
Right?
Oh shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think next week we might have some pop, some R&B,
Mhm.
some hip. We're gonna have it's gonna be a very weird week next week.
Okay.
It's gonna be weird.
No, that's good or bad.
Well, some of the albums I let you know it's already
Yeah.
good. So
Right.
yeah,
A weird week.
yeah.
Okay.
Because actually, I actually got more free time on my schedule next week too. So
Right.
and I got some also got some pre-recorded heat coming to y'all and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I've been keeping myself busy in the lab.
So,
I'm working on a new show. Did you get that message I sent you about the DJ shit? How I'm gonna do
oh yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send you like what I got some crazy ideas I'm working on and shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm gonna really show nigga what digging in the crates be like and shit. You know, shit. Yeah, man.
They don't
Yeah.
dig. They stream.
Why? Because like And y'all make sure y'all check out that music video I did for my single and shit. Come on down. I saw y'all giving some love on that shit. Appreciate it.
We need to bring Shorty on here, yo.
You said what?
So we need to bring Shorty on here.
Shit. She's always busy, man. So it depends on her schedule, man.
Yeah, but she need to be on a live stream or something. You know,
All I'm gonna say is only time will reveal.
that's the name of the song.
It's also a saying before the song came out. So
Time will reveal.
yeah. What did I do?
Mm, yeah,
But lately, I've just been getting ready for this project, man, to come out and stuff. I
yeah.
just been in grinding mode lately.
Mm-hmm.
And my car's working again and shit like that. So you already know I'm about to be out here. Also, I'm thinking this Saturday I might do just a random live stream, just me talking shit. I don't even know yet, to be real. Shout out to Mike. We did a dope Mama's Family retrospective last night.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you was to pick your top 5 Mob Deep albums, what would it be?
5?
Yeah.
I don't think they got 5 that I like.
Okay.
5? They got 3 for sure. I don't know about 5.
How about from favorite to least? If you was to do that.
Infamous, Hell on Earth, Murder Music, and then Infamy.
Hmm.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go with Hell on Earth, Infamous, Murder Music, Juvenile Hell, and Infamy. Justice for Juvenile Hell. That's what I'm gonna say. I swear, this R. Kelly episode of the Boondocks always ages like fine wine every time I watch it. If they can be Justice for Glitter, I say Justice for Juvenile Hell. I'm trying to plan out what concerts I'm trying to go to this year too. To be real with you, because I'm telling myself I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna let y'all niggas know right now. I'm gonna go on vacation the week of Juneteenth. Well, actually, the weekend, yeah, because I already got something planned for Juneteenth. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna go to Atlanta,
So,
ATL. It's gonna be my mental break trip. I always take 2 a year and
spend the whole
shit.
summer. Don't rush to come back.
You said what?
Spend the whole summer out there. You rushing to come back. Spend the whole summer out there.
Like I still gotta fucking work, nigga. Shit.
They'll probably be fine without you. You take the whole summer off.
Shit.
You
I
know,
feel like you trying to kick me out and shit.
just you just get right and then come back. Take as long as you want.
I already got my break planned and shit. I'm not gonna reveal that yet. Antoine said best James Brown song, Payback or Papa Don't Take No Mess. Oh, Payback for me.
Mm.
Hmm. She said nice review you did on the Infinity album last month. Appreciate it. Damn, that was last month. That shit felt like 2 months ago. So niggas trying to really say Nas and Primo trying to come out with an album together.
It's about time, right? 30 years in the making. You would think. I'm just
Everyone,
glad that it's happening. I don't expect. I don't have no expectations for it. I just this the fact that it's happening is all that I ask for. Everybody else could debate about it. I already hear people talking about it's not the song's not so good. And I'm like, when he was doing shit with Hit Boy for a 6 album run, you all was bitching and complaining back then. Oh, where's the album with Primo? He promised this 30 years ago. Now you finally getting it. So now what they gonna say about it now?
they're so
This is
fickle.
not the album I wanted. You know,
They they don't know what they want.
yeah. If he went off and did an album with Metro Boomin, they'd be bitching.
Well, let's not give Nas no ideas.
Just be happy that he's doing the album with Primo at this point. That's all anybody can ask for. They should have no high expectations. Don't go in listening to the album thinking it's gonna be a classic and it's gonna be Illmatic Part Two. And just be glad he did an album with Primo.
You gotta be thankful for what you got.
You know what I mean? I love that Most Def New Danger album. I don't know what the hell Reg was talking about, but the album is fire.
Actually, I did say I love the album. I just didn't like
Oh, you love the album? Oh, you will.
I didn't like a couple songs, but I did say I liked it.
I think that album is fire. It should have been promoted better.
Oh, that TLC documentary came out on Netflix. Oh wow, I
Yep, that's
forgot.
out too. TLC got a documentary out. Duran
What?
Duran got a documentary out.
They
Bon
better have a
Jovi got
documentary.
something coming out. Huh?
They better have a documentary about Black Twitter now.
For what?
Right, just for what?
Yeah, for what? Why would they need that?
See, everyone's making a documentary. I don't want our people. I don't want our culture for everybody. That's just our culture and shit.
Everybody got a documentary coming out.
Yeah, sure. When your documentary coming out?
Oh, that's in the making, man. 46 years in the making, man. It's coming. You know, I want to release when I'm dead and gone. Yep. Everybody got one coming out, man. It's crazy.
Do I even want to watch this documentary? Like,
What are they gonna show that we don't know already about TLC?
right? That's what I'm trying to say. If it's not nothing new,
Exactly. What are they gonna say? Like they surprised me with something. See, like let me like tell me like, oh, T-Boz and Chili had a lesbian affair going on or something. If it's not that, it's like why are we watching it again? Left Eye's been gone for 25 years. Like I don't get it. It's not like they're putting out new music. They definitely not. It's not the same with them touring without Left Eye. So what are they? Why are they giving them a documentary like now? I don't understand.
Hmm.
You know, I'm more interested in seeing like the documentaries for like the rock bands. You know, Duran Duran. Because I wasn't a huge fan of them. I know some of these songs, so I would definitely gonna watch that. The Wham one was great too. I love that one. The Bon
Right.
Jovi one coming out, definitely gonna watch that one. Those are more interesting. Like the TLC one, like we already know about TLC. You know. Did you hear what Kanye said?
He said,
Did you hear what Kanye said?
so,
He said he wants a threesome with Michelle Obama. What? Oh man. This is Kanye's way of saying, oh yeah, Vultures 2 is dropping next week. That's his promotion for it. That'll get people talking. He wants a threesome with Michelle Obama and his wife.
That's funny.
Oh man. At this point, do we even care what Kanye West had to say?
Does this nigga have grills now?
Yeah, there's like some type of mouthpiece going on. I think Dame Dash got some shit too. You know, did you see what Dame had to say on the Math Hoffa podcast?
What do you say?
Apparently, Biggie was gonna do the last album, Born Again, as a triple album.
Well, I've been hearing that for years.
I never heard that. A triple, I like. Look how long he took. He took 2 years to come out with Life After Death. So we wasn't getting. If he lived, we wasn't gonna get Born Again to like what 2001, if anything, because he would have had to go on tour for Life After Death. Got more singles. We wasn't getting that anytime soon. And then he still had to come out with the Commission album with Jay and Charlie.
Mm.
You know, um, and that was gonna be like his last album on Bad Boy before he signed with Rockefeller. So you know, some people believe that Diddy took out his own artists because he was leaving with Bad Boy. Can't say that I think that they lying because after the shit that Diddy's been doing, who knows? Maybe he did kill Big.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they would have. So Rockefeller would have had Big L, Biggie, and Jay Z. Now, if you a competition, if you the rival label, and they got those three artists, yeah, I could see how Diddy would take out his own artists now. Never heard that. I know about Born Again being his last album as the trilogy, but I didn't know it was gonna be a triple album.
That's interesting.
That's crazy. And he said he was gonna sign the firm. That I never heard. Supposedly Jay wanted to be the leader of the firm, and I guess Nas was like, "Fuck no." So that didn't happen. Imagine that.
Nah, that would not work out.
Yeah. No, that was not gonna work out. No, Jay had his own crew. How you like want to be the leader of the firm too? You know, he said Steve Stout tried to blackball him or some shit.
Of course he did.
Like he was gonna. I think he said he was gonna put AZ in the firm, and Steve Stout like blackballed him and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Like what the fuck? That's wild, man. And he had Duke the God was there with him and Dipset.
Yeah, who?
Duke the God.
Ah,
He was putting out all the Dipset shit. You know, the mixtapes, the albums, everything that they had. He put out.
I'm gonna stay on for like 2 more minutes. Let's see. Any new albums coming out today or no?
I know something's coming out today. Somebody's always dropping something.
Right.
You know. I think Rhapsody dropping what next week. I think that is.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, I want to hear her new shit.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
So one more question. Triple Stage of Darkness or Problem Child? Problem Child for me.
Yeah, Palm Child was fire.
Definitely. All right, I'll end this off right here. All right, so pretty much, um, this has been a dope ass fucking review. Um, Sunday, time to be announced. We're going to definitely talk about the double reviews on Erica Badu and whatnot too. Which I think that's going to be maybe like 4 or 5 o'clock. I'll let you know. Yes, sir. As of right
Time
now,
subject to change, of course. When if my Knicks are playing at that time,
you said what?
I said the time is always subject to change when my Knicks is playing.
All right, but yeah, that's all I'm going to reveal for right now. Anything you want to say before we head out?
Uh, nope, not right now.
All right. They actually re-released this D.O.C album last year on Get On Down, so it's on re-release on vinyl. So y'all make sure y'all check it out, and I'll see y'all niggas later. Peace.